everyone! How are we doing? Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kat, otherwise known as the Law Mistress. This is my channel. I am joined by B Na. Say hi, B.
Hi.
We're here to talk about this incredible TTRPG charity Streamathon that we have been organising for the last month or so. We've had an absolute blast doing so, and we thought before the game that you're actually here to see, because you're not really here to see us ramble, but that's fine, we'll give you a really quick rundown of why we are here. So, B, please tell us about Trans Lifeline.
Trans Lifeline is a grassroots hotline 501c3 nonprofit offering direct emotional and financial support to trans people in crisis. For the trans community, by the trans community, they're fabulous. They have a peer support phone service. They have a massive resource library, ID change help, community resources. They're fabulous, and that's who we're here to help. Every $5 you donate for a raffle we're doing for Trans Lifeline will get you a raffle ticket to win so many, over 50 prizes. Ranging from really fabulous handmade dice to a bunch of games, incredible overlays, art commissions, bookmarks. It's amazing. Dice, yes.
Dice.
Oh my god,
the dice goblins out there like me.
yes, for the dice goblins. And we have a sponsor, +1 EXP. Yes, not only donating prizes for from Zine Club, but also they have a code for us. TLM is a discount code. Get you 5% off for anything at +1 EXP, including your first month of Zine Club if you want. And 10% of those profits up until May 31st is going to go to Trans Lifeline. Thank you so much, +1 EXP, for this. I am absolutely stunned.
Awesome. Thank you. We're so happy that we've managed to amass, and for the amount of support that has come flooded in for us while we have we've been trying to organize this is just incredible. So thank you. Let me just quickly run down on the amazing games that we've got coming up. I don't know where we are in the timeline. Time is a soup, but you're probably here to watch one of these. So we have Wonder Home that is run by Hector, and we have Trophy Dark run by Madeline Colley, Thirsty Sword Lesbians run by Ella Watts, Sail the Oceans Queer run by Michelle, Sentine Sensibility, which is going to be run by Will. Bloodborg is our 6th game, going to be run by Maddie. So we have 6 incredible games of a variety of different genres. We have something for everyone, we hope. That in all of them, not only will we be doing the raffle for those that donate, we understand that not everyone can donate right now. Some people just want to show up in stream, they want to support, they want to be there and watch the games and have fun, and that's equally as valid and equally as important. So if you come into the chat in stream, you can !enter, and you will be entered into a giveaway for the at least the PDF of that game, because we've secured that for all of them. Some of them have a couple of little extras, which thank you so much to the people that have kind of put those forward and donated those, because there's some really exciting ones. But at the very minimum, you will be entered into a giveaway for the PDF of the game that is being played at that time. Thank you so much for listening to us ramble, and we hope you enjoy the game that you've actually come to watch, and we will see you on the flip side. Cheerio!
Yar, me hearties! Hello! Welcome back to this Streamathon raising money for Trans Lifeline. This is the, I can count on the fly, 1, 2, 3, 4th game of the Streamathon, and today we are playing Sail the Oceans Queer, created by Anya of La Leon Publishing. This is a game that uses the Caltrop Core SRD, meaning it's all D4s all the time, baby. And
so we only have to count up to 4.
We only have to count to 4. It's perfect. 4th game,
Incredible.
D4. We got it. 4 cast members. Let's meet them. But first of all, it's me, Michelle Kelly. Hello, my pronouns are she, her, and I am your GM and host today. And I'm just going to go around in the order on my screen. So let's start with Gask.
Hello, my name is Gaskinator. I go by she, her pronouns, and I am playing today a character named Lute, who uses they, them pronouns. Whoa,
Yeah.
and I'm a pirate.
Arr. Nailed it. Let's go to Maeve.
Hi, my name is Maeve de Bruin. I use she, her pronouns, and today I am playing a pirate. Or maybe more of a wannabe pirate. My character's name is Lieutenant Wilhelmina Thomasina Weathersby III, but you can just call me Wilhelmina.
Amazing.
I'm a dirty pirate.
Yeah. Tendai.
Hi, I'm Tendai, and my pronouns are they, them. I will also be playing probably the only pirate. And my name is Mepo, and they use they, them pronouns as well.
And Meg.
Hi, I'm Meg. I use she, her pronouns. I will be playing Pampono, they, she, and who is definitely a human person who loves to be dry and walk around the ship with her legs.
That's
you
how
not.
I introduce myself to people as well, so nothing suspicious about that. I love to walk on my human leg. So, as I'm sure you all know, lovely people, we are streaming today to raise money for Trans Lifeline, an organization whose mission is to connect trans people to community support and resources they need to survive and thrive. So far in the Streamathon, you all have absolutely smashed through at least 2 goals for fundraising. We are on $1,135 raised, and we've still got more streams to go, like this one right here. So why not help us push up to, I don't know, 1,500? I think we can do it. Every donation of $5 will give you a ticket to the raffle to win some amazing prizes. We're talking beautiful polyhedral dice. We're talking character art commissions, gift cards to game shops, PDFs and books of beautiful TTRPG games. What's not to love? You can donate, support an amazing cause, and maybe win some fantastic prizes. So all the details for how to donate are in the chat with our lovely producers. We'll be keeping you updated on that. But if you've already donated, or if you don't have the funds to donate right now, you are still supporting by being here today. And to say thank you for that, you can enter our giveaway. We've got digital copies of all the games being played through the Streamathon, and you can enter that giveaway by typing, what's the thing? You type ! Enter into the chat. Yes, it's amazing. Everyone in chat is amazed. We love to see it because it's just so amazing. What else do I have to mention? Let me check my little notes here before we begin. We will have a break about halfway through this game, which we guess will be in about an hour from now, so that you can keep yourself hydrated and have some stretches. We have safety tools in play. We had a session 0 off stream. We have lines and veils, but also audience, please keep yourself safe. This is going to be a lighthearted, silly, piratical game. I don't think there's any content warnings beyond general ocean stuff that I need to mention, but if anything comes up that is not for you, please step away from the stream and keep yourself happy. Your safety and well-being is paramount. And one last thing to mention, this Streamathon is sponsored. That's right, it's sponsored by Plus One EXP. There will be more info for you in the chat, but know that they have donated prizes to the raffle, and they are offering 5% off any purchase made with the code TLM, and 10% of profits from those orders are also going to Trans Lifeline. There's so many amazing things going on. I probably missed something. No, don't worry, we'll go back to it. I've done enough preamble. Let's play Sail the Oceans Queer. Are we ready, pirates?
Yarr!
Yeah. Yes.
Yarr!
Okay.
Absolutely.
It is a beautiful gay day as we look across the beautiful, beautiful blue sky and down to the beautiful, beautiful blue ocean. The sun is out, the clouds are those perfect, fluffy picture postcard white clouds as a pirate ship cuts through the water. But before we meet the pirates aboard, I think we should know the name of this pirate ship. Gask, can you think of an adjective? Don't tell me yet. And Maeve, can you think of a noun? Don't tell me yet. And Meg and Tendai, I'm going to ask you to tell me how the ship looks once we've named it. So let's hear it. Gask and Maeve, what is the name of this ship? Adjective, noun.
The rotten plow.
The rotten plow!
Woo!
We are aboard the Rotten Plow. And Tendai, most pirate ships, their flag is a skull and crossbones on a black background. What is the flag of the Rotten Plow, please?
This sounds awful to hear. Opposite of like cellar door.
Not good.
I think the flag for the Rotten Plow is going to be quite cool. It'll be a rusty plow just kind of digging into the earth, which makes no sense whatsoever on a pirate ship. Yeah, and there's questionable spots of green on the plow, but there's debate whether it's actually genuine embroidered mold or organic mold growing on the flag.
Perfect. And Meg, every great ship, of course, has a carved wooden figurehead at the front of it. What is the figurehead on the front of the Rotten Plow?
The figurehead on the front, I think, is not quite a horse. Like,
Great start.
it's like someone described to someone else what a horse looks like, but they've truly never seen one. Just this long kind of head with still the side eyes and the ears, but still human-ish in some horrible way. And
I love this. I think the captain of your vessel does insist to everyone that's a seahorse. She has never seen a seahorse. We'll meet her in a moment, but first we see the Rotten Plow plowing its rotten way through the ocean, throwing up spray over that not quite a horse at the front. We see the flag of that suspiciously green rusted plow flying in the wind, and up there in the rigging amongst the flag and the sails, Tendai, could you describe for us what Meppo looks like and what they're doing up there?
So Meppo would be not completely brawny, but they're fairly muscle bound, and they look very wind tussled at all times of the day. I don't think there's ever been a moment where they look unruffled by the wind, because that's their favorite place to be. They'd much rather stay at the highest point of the ship than actually on the deck. And they have a bandana that ties their hair back. They have slightly wavy curly coils reaching down their back, and they are adorned in like earrings, little rings, which not really the smartest choice when you're handling a lot of rope, but off they go. And they've got brown skin and complexion similar to mine. They have golden amber eyes, and again, quite a lot of piercings. And yeah, they're just happy out there, just hanging out the top, chilling.
They're just chilling up there. Love that. Love that. Let's head down to the bottom of the mast, where I think that Lute might be hanging out. And Lute, can you describe yourself and what you're up to?
Okay, Lute is the definition. Well, I guess it's going to be the definition, because I don't know if this exists yet, but a baby pirate gay. Like, going to their first pirate pride event. Arr! Like, full, not full, just a little like slip of a waistcoat, nothing else underneath that's open. The sea spray, it's cold. Are they affected? Yes. They're going to cover it? No.
Incredible.
They've got this perfect chest now. They're going to show it off. Then bandana didn't work with the hair. Try to go for the pirate look. It's like perfectly bleached blonde hair. And then for some reason striped. So they decided like striped pants would work, striped trousers. And yeah, pale. Very pale. never seen the sunlight pale.
Incredible. The waistcoat might be a mistake.
Yeah, just strumming along on their lute, namesake, and not looking at what's going on around them or helping or pay attention.
Incredible. Very important question. Are the stripes horizontal or vertical?
Vertical, I meant vertical.
Okay, good. Love that for Loot. I imagine that Wilhelmina is probably up near the ship's wheel, if not currently got her hands upon it. So why don't we head up there and you can tell us what Wilhelmina looks like and what she's up to, Maeve.
Absolutely. So Lieutenant Wilhelmina Thomasina Weatherby III has eschewed all of those extraneous names and only goes by Wilhelmina now because she is a pirate and she's of the people. So essentially, you're looking at this handsome, athletic, well-bred woman, but ultimately kind of a classic himbo, but who has had a complete crisis of conscience. Her whole family was involved in the Navy. She thought she was going to join the Navy and become this great hero. Joined the Navy and found out the Navy isn't about being a great hero and, getting medals, which is was a lot of the whole thought process revolved a lot about medals, to be quite frank. They were kind of front and foremost. No helping people, no glory, and a lot of actually just hanging around with rich officers in clubs. So completely went off that and totally realized it was all run by people who didn't care about helping other people, and decided that seeing as that was kind of the extent of her entire world knowledge, she was like, well, that's the world. That means the world is bad and it's no good and it's really grim. So I'm also going to become bad, no good and grim, and Evanescence is playing in the background. So she decided
that's what Lute's playing, yeah.
I've
100%.
become so numb.
Exactly. So that was it. And so she completely was like, I'm going to now become a rapscallion of the high seas, just a cad and a general bad sort. So she is here on this ship and she is decked out in what she imagines. I mean, honestly, I think she saw Loot and was like, oh, perfect. Yes, excellent. I'm dressed exactly like a pirate because it's all very much learned from books. Think of when you had your goth phase when you were a teenager. There's just way too much of everything happening.
Loot's definitely got their look from bodice ripper covers, artist rendition of pirates.
Stunning.
They don't quite have the 6-pack on them, but getting there.
Okay, so it's giving.
Yeah.
It's giving 90s Fabio.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Stunning.
Yes.
But very pale and very scrawny. Trying 90s Fabio in the outfit, not anything else.
And what is Wilhelmina?
Well,
darkly in her cool outfit.
Cool, yeah. Stands look just. I think she is trying to look as very impressive and heroic as possible because she is desperate for Luke to write a song about it, just absolutely dying for it, but still trying to angle herself so the wind is hitting just right and it's blowing the hair back, and she's kind of pushing her coat back a little bit, trying to get it to blow in the breeze. With regard to the wheel, I think that she has a lot of notions about actually steering the ship, but here's the thing about being she was a bit of a nepo baby in the Navy, so she jumped straight to officer class. Officers don't really do a lot of sailing. They have people to do that for them. So I think she's probably someone else is probably doing it, and she's probably touching the wheel every now and again. And
I can imagine just
steering yes, very good.
Only she thinks it's going to help with the pose. She's like
100%, absolutely, yeah. Just casually lounging, yeah.
And Meg, where is Pompano during all of this on the ship?
Wow, Pompano is on the deck, just laying out big stripes of kelp to dry, ignoring literally everything else going on, and is just tending to the kelp. And it looks like they're just kind of mumbling to themselves. Pompano is kind of weirdly peachy skinned, but not in a white person kind of way, but
literally peachy way,
but literally a peach kind of color, and wears a really high neck shirt all the time, and always wearing a skirt bottoms that's a good 6 inches too long for how tall they often are seen being, and just
normal way to say that.
Just laying out large strips of kelp.
Incredible. So as you all are chilling, strumming, posing, laying out kelp, having a lovely time on this beautiful day. You hear the door open as Captain Saida comes up from the captain's quarters below deck onto the ship. Captain Saida is a fearsome pirate. She is a great captain, very loyal to her crew, has many legends about all of her incredible feats on the high seas. However, she has fallen a little from the pinnacle of her career ever since she became afflicted by a dread curse. She comes out, she is over 6 feet tall with thick curly black hair falling about her shoulders, her captain's jacket flapping in the wind. As she comes up from below the deck, you see the slippers on her feet, you see the slightly greenish undertones to her dark skin, and she says, "Oh, the seasickness is really bad today. Whew. How are we doing, crew? We doing good?"
Yar!
Yar! Yeah, really good, Wilhelmina. You've been working on that one.
Thank you.
I think inspiration is just about to hit.
Lovely.
So I'm facing the wind northeast direction.
Mm.
No, not yet.
Right. Well,
It's coming.
we're all dear. Oh, it's a little bit actually, Wilhelmina, you're doing lovely. Could you stop leaning on the wheel? It's kind of jerking. Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Do that
Cute.
though. I did know that. I thought, but no, that's good. Okay. Well, yep.
Lovely. Just a nice straight. Yeah. So it's the only time Saida wants you to be straight is when you're in the boat. She
I do
kind
remember
of
that when we signed our charters. Yeah.
your charters, yes. So it seems like we're making good time, and she pulls out from one of the many pockets in her coat a classical pirate treasure map. All that looks slightly weather worn and has like hyphenated dot to a big X. And she kind of consults it and looks around at the water in all directions and kind of nods to herself.
That's beautiful. Did you make that?
No. This is the map to the lost treasure of Toothless Jim.
Mepo is just going to like literally drop down from roof and be like, "Map."
Yes, Mepo, lovely map, and she'll hand it over to you.
And like they literally hanging upside down, like tangled in rope, and they're just looking at this like, and they're gonna like kind of twist themselves around to try and like angle themselves properly, and then just point in the general direction. So we're heading this way.
Yeah, I would say so too. Yep. Thought so as well.
Toothless Jim.
Yes, well, I'm sure, wonderful pirates as you all are, I'm sure you're familiar with the legend of the lost treasure of Toothless Jim. And do you remember when we started this journey that I told you we were trying to find it?
Yes, no, I do remember that. I definitely remember. I think though that other people in the crew probably don't, and it would be of
I
benefit for
joined
you
late. I missed.
Yes.
Yes, Pompano, you were late, weren't you, sweetheart? You were a little
I was
bit.
on the rocks, which was a normal place to find people. So,
Yes, I remember
yeah.
you were kind of singing in a way to lure people towards the rocks in a normal human way. Yeah, no, it was lovely. It was very lovely.
Oh, thank you.
I'm glad you've joined the crew. Does this help with nausea at all? And she kind of points at the kelp.
It can.
Great. And she'll take a piece and kind of slightly dubiously gnaw on a corner of it. And she'll say, "There's something. Look, I've come up because there's something I do need to tell you that I didn't mention in the briefing meeting. So when I won this map, in a game of pirate dice, rules very difficult to understand, but I'm very good at it, as you know.
Indeed.
Pirate dice, we all know it.
The captain the captain of our rival crew did manage to get a good look at it before I put it in my pocket. I didn't mention because I didn't want to make anyone anxious, but I'm feeling kind of anxious about it, and I think it's possible that they might be trying to get to the treasure as well.
They can never have a journey of their own.
That's the problem with them. Yeah, that is the problem. I think, and the reason I think that is because I do think that's them over there. And she points over to the starboard side. I know which side that is. And
We all do, yes.
Starboard is the right side.
yeah, it's the right side to see the rival ship, exactly. Yeah. So if you turn to look, you will see just on the horizon, maybe there is a hint of a ship there.
I mean, the captain said the starboard side, so do we actually look in the right direction?
I would.
Just so you look the right way. So yeah, she's like, oh no, I don't know that this is helping. She puts the kelp down. I've got to head back down and have a little lie down. If you all could just make sure we get to the island before they do, that would be so wonderful. You all are amazing. Okay, bye.
Of course.
Great. Good. This is good.
I'll try and get you some tea, Captain. Meb was going to say before kind of turning around to the rest of the crew and kind of like watching what's happening to see if anyone is like any sort of direction. And I'll be like, maybe somebody could help me unfurl the sails so we can pick up a little pace. Yes?
But that's
absolutely
just nonsense, isn't it? The ship can't go faster than it already is. That's how ships work, right?
They need help.
That's what you're there for, right?
Technically, yes, you're not wrong. But that's kind of what we're all here for, I believe.
Well, now Lute is an artist, and their hands and fingers are
Precious.
very valuable to us. Like, I mean, here's the thing: they could pull down a rope now, or they could immortalize any one of us for hundreds of years to come. I mean, which one are we ranking kind of more important on the scale of importance right now?
The inspiration is hitting about this toothless Jim, yeah.
Okay.
If it's just pulling on a rope, I can pull a rope.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Lute, you feel inspired. Philomena, if you stand over there and put your leg on that crate, once the sails are unfurled, the wind will catch your cloak just right.
Amazing. Thank you.
You're
now,
welcome.
I do want to say I have bound up a lot of my identity in this whole pirate escapade. It is important to me. It is a success. So otherwise, my entire sense of self will crumble. But I do understand that pirates do find treasure, so I'm very motivated to. It just seems like a box ticking exercise. You know, birds gotta swim, bees gotta fly.
Pirates gotta find
birds, we all know
Yep.
them, but pirates find treasure, so I'm very motivated to engage in this toothless Jims. Who maybe a song, I guess, maybe, but other people deserve songs.
A ballad.
I'm gonna go stand in the box. I'm standing in the box.
Okay.
An opera.
Yeah.
Is there a purpose to me actually standing in this box, or?
Oh no, you're gonna look the part. Like, gonna look the part, and
Okay.
and Meppo is just gonna like scurry up the masts. And
You're just getting
like,
us out of the way, essentially.
a tiny bit, but also make sure you're also comfortable, because I'm not gonna have Lute trying to pull like. Yeah.
Imagine, Wilhelmina, if you're trying to intimidate, if they're looking over through their spy glasses, you're trying to intimidate them by looking very cool.
Okay, this is it. This I can do.
Yes. We've got the voice, the face, the muscle, and
Incredible.
the magic.
And so much Kelly.
Yeah,
love
Papa,
I
it.
did actually want to talk to you as well about that because I just recall I did sort of invest kind of a lot of money in resupplying the ship, and it's just I'm seeing a lot of kelp drying, and we've been eating a lot of kelp. We all appreciate it. You know, you do incredible things with kelp. It is fantastic. I just do recall that I mean there should be something like 50 pheasants down there and vegetables, and were you gonna? Is there anything happening with those or? Quail's eggs and some caviar, I think, was down there also. I just don't know where.
Describe
I mean,
a
I'm
pheasant.
glad. The hardtack used to hurt my teeth.
Which is
The pheasants?
the
They're
pheasants.
birds. Yeah.
But they're
Well,
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll
Let's
figure it out.
Treasure
let's
first. Treasure
see. Meppo, it sounds like I think I heard something about the magic. Do you have something you'd like to do, magical perhaps, to try and help speed this ship up?
absolutely. So Meppo's going to go right to the bow of the ship. Like not just like where the bow sort of starts, like they're going to climb onto the bow a bit.
Okay.
And as they're there, they're just gonna start kind of like moving their arms, like little waving motions. First starting low and then bringing them higher and higher. But as they do, they're also like almost like dancing up and down the bow, just so the wind catches the sail just right.
Beautiful. I love it. So, please can you roll magic for me to use your
First roll.
your wind striding magic?
And that is for how many Ds is it? Yeah, magic's just 1d4.
Okay.
Oh, that was a 3.
A 3. Okay. So on a 3, you succeed in what you're trying to do, but there is some kind of hiccup or hitch that stops it from being perfect. So Tendai, can you please describe for us what your magic does and what is the slight hiccup that happens that you weren't expecting?
Awesome. So the magic I'm trying to, I suppose, elicit is just kind of calming the wind just around the ship and just getting a little bit more at an angle that it shouldn't really be hitting us properly, to be honest. Especially since we're all hands on deck. And the hiccup that happens is that instead of like pointing us straight towards where we're trying to go, we're almost pointing at the other ship of our competitors. So, but they're not.
Yes.
Meppo isn't steering the ship, so they're counting on somebody being back there, and they're just moving the wind. They're just vibing out there, be like, yeah, this is all good.
Oh, it looks like we're doing a
Incredible.
ramming motion at our enemies. Great job.
Incredible. So Meppo, you speed up the ship into this bulldozing sort of rotten plow. Directly, well, not directly, but maybe just a little bit more towards the other ship on the horizon. Pompano, you said you were going to help pull some ropes maybe. What would you like to do?
I think really just you kind of see Pompano really just kind of climbs up and very slowly is just using their body weight to just pull the rope down, like
Very
more and more.
Not using their legs to climb.
Correct.
Yeah, just sort of hanging and
Normal.
Pompano built
and-
upper body, very strong
Yeah.
looking upper body. And
love
it's just-
that. Pompano has perhaps skipped leg day for
Yes.
some reason. Can you roll swashbuckling for me?
Oh, definitely. That's only 1 dice. Oh boy, that's a 1.
That's a 1. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Failure with disastrous result. So I think it sounds like you were trying to help with getting the ship towards the island. So what happens to either your character or somebody else around you as a result of this? Maybe you pulling the wrong rope.
Oh boy. I think Pompano ends up pulling on the wrong rope, which it doesn't smoothly come down. It kind of really jerkily kind of like pulls and then hitches, which sends Pompano, I think, loosens their grip and has them fall over the side of the boat.
Oh
Can they
Uh,
swim?
Being overboard.
no!
You just hear
Being overboard.
you just hear an oh as they just fall and a kind of a very dainty splash.
So
Um,
I think.
I think.
Oh no! Go
yeah.
ahead, Maeve.
Well, I was going to say that Wilhelmina sees this and immediately thinks, "Oh, the immediate impulse to help," but then another immediate impulse, like, "No, I'm grim and dark now. I'm supposed to be self-serving." No, but then completely overcomes that, and maybe a little smidge of like, "Is Luke watching me? Let me just." It's okay, okay. And then she runs over to the side of the ship, and I would like to. She whips out a pair of knitting needles and immediately starts.
Throw
I
some
mean,
yarn over.
the clicking is just and it just immediately tries to knit a scarf that shoots into the water after Pompano.
Of course, because Wilhelmina is not just an ex-naval officer, but in fact a stitch witch.
Yeah.
A master of the yarn and other fiber-based arts.
Very militaristic. That's how our family got into the military. That's how it's very combat heavy sort of magic.
I love it. So you can roll magic plus heart when you're manipulating anything woven, sewn, or knitted. So you can roll as many d4s as your magic and your heart number.
Okay.
And then read out the highest result you get.
Right. I got 2 4s.
Hell
first
yeah!
roll. Yeah.
Amazing.
Actually, I hope this fails, but
The confident ones.
Okay, tell us how you succeed with flying colors at using your knitting magic
Well,
to
here's
save
the thing.
Pompano.
Yes, I think it's quite funny because as Pompano knows, is this necessary at all? But regardless, absolutely. I think I jump up on the side of the ship, and it's that thing where I've got both legs on the wall of the ship.
Yep, that's what it's called. Yeah, definitely.
The rail.
I'm pretty sure it's wall, guys.
I think it's all of that.
It's just method.
So then the scarf that I hastily shot from my knitting needles flies into the water, and I think wraps Pompano around the waist. So I'm like braced, I'm leaning backwards, but it's like the force of the knitting going into the water. I'm able to sort of lean back. It's very Matrix, when he's like on the side of the ship. And I'm thinking about how incredibly cool I must look before I don't know if we discover that it's maybe was kind of sort of a wasted bit of 2 4s.
I have a very important question. What color is the scarf?
Pink and white and blue.
Beautiful. Pink. Hey, I see what you did there. A beautiful color scheme. Love your loot. What are you doing, if anything, as you witness this scarf-based maneuver?
I think that once I see the knitting needles go, I'm like, that's taken care of. So I go back to daydreaming about this ballad of Toothless Jim and what I can do about Toothless Jim.
So sick of Toothless Jim.
So can I use my tail weaver ability? I don't know how broken this is, because it says I can alter the truth of reality. Can I just alter the truth of us going this way to go this way?
Wow.
That's an interesting question. I feel like it would have to be somehow to do with like your words, like convincing something to be different. Or like telling a story that would somehow lead to the change. So if you can explain to me how, I'm not going to stop you from doing it.
I was just gonna sing the Ballad of Toothless Jim, and my honest want of wanting to be on this journey would alter our course.
Okay,
Do
I
you
love
want me
it.
to break you off a piece?
Yes, please.
Okay, this is Lute's first song. Okay. Toothless Jim wasn't a pirate as fierce as him. Bares his teeth, no he can't. It's just gums. He is Jim. Look out! Here comes Toothless Jim.
That was really good. That was really good. That was really good. Okay.
Roll heart plus magic.
You got
Plus 1 extra d4 for the magic of that song. Please.
And it was very magical.
I don't know if it's in
I
the
actually,
rules.
like-
I can give you an extra d4, but I'm gonna.
Okay. Whoa, that's 5 that I can roll. If I don't. Oh well. Okay. Wait, hang on. We got one more. Okay, 4.
You rolled 4.
Yeah,
Incredible.
so we're not in my favor there for a
Oh
second.
wow.
Okay. Would you like to tell us how the Ballad of Toothless Jim somehow causes the ship to correct course?
I think as the words flow out of their mouth, it just kind of like takes to the breeze and like magically alters the knots and the ropes, and they just somehow like weave their way. Maybe Disney princess style. Maybe the seagulls are like pulling the rigging.
They're pulling this, and I'm like, oh god, oh my god.
That's what it is. I think that as you sing, it suddenly becomes apparent that there's an actual crow in this crow's nest. It's just woken up, it doesn't know where it is, and it starts flying amongst the ropes and magically pulls the sails to correct alongside Meppo's wind magic to correct course. Meppo, what are you doing? Pompano, don't worry, you're still in the water. We'll get to you. We'll get to you, sweetheart. Meppo, what are you doing up in the rigging while this is going on?
So I've just kind of seen what's gone down. So they've stopped with the wind, trying to move the wind. They're like, okay, and they're just watching this crow. Just kind of transfixed with this. I'm like making a note of the song and be like, that's a pretty good beat. And they're actually just going to make their way down over. Just kind of like look over to see Pompano. I'm like, do you need some help?
Pompano's in the water.
What do you say, Pompano?
Yeah, I think at this point Pompano's at the surface with the scarf around. With the beautiful blue, pink, and white scarf around, and it's just
And they're like, oh, I saved their life. I'm a hero.
completely chill, just floating, just being like, I think we're
there's
good.
so much. Look at them. They're flailing for their life. I saved them.
It's all good.
Oh, this feels so good. It feels so good to be heroic. I forgot.
Can you actually pull me up? Can you?
Yes, we definitely can. Meppo's gonna be like, do you want to lead the efforts?
Do we have to roll for anything?
I think I can let you guys just narrate this. You've done enough
Okay,
rolls to
amazing.
save Pompano from the very dangerous fate of being in water.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Save their life.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I mean, Wilhelmina, listen, she does 100 push-ups every morning, which is core to a healthy start to your day, plus lots of fiber for breakfast. So absolutely, the pectorals and muscles are rippling as
Does
she
help of
does-
fiber?
Oh,
Because
God,
that's all we got.
That is a great point. That is a
It's very
great point.
fibrous help.
And I did say I was going to bring it up with Pompano. I remember there was a full quartermaster's list of a lot of meat stuffs and animals and vegetables. They have all gone missing. But right now, I'm in the middle of saving someone's life.
Yes.
Oh, it's so cold.
You were drowning, and I saved you. It's okay.
Wow.
We've got them. Like Meppo's like pulling quite a bit, and they're like, okay, we need to go. We are racing them. So
And
we
I
need
think as you say that, Mepo, we're racing them and indicate them. You will notice that in the time that you slightly went off course and then had to deal with the being overboard, that other ship has pulled ahead.
Oh no.
And you
Oh.
have fallen behind. So you are closer to them now. They're not just a dot on the horizon. This ship is visible to you all. And we're gonna have to do something to catch them up, or to maybe slow them down. I don't know. I don't know.
Do we start firing now?
No. We can't fire now. We'll run out of ammo too soon, and we might actually need
Okay,
that.
because I can't hear myself when the cannons are going off.
Okay, that's You'll be fine. We'll be able to hear you perfectly. Mepo is going to go to like where this wheel is, and just start like much bigger arm motions. And since Loot helped get the like ropes where they should be, they're able to. The goal is start like course correcting. So I'm trying to do this so they don't know I'm using magic, in case they're watching us from their ship. So they're essentially just gonna look like they're dancing. Just dancing, being silly, having a wee boogie, but they're actively trying to get our wind to pick up and slow them down.
Okay, I love this. So when you use your magic to hoodwink others, then you can roll swashbuckling plus magic. Let's see if you can fool your rivals into thinking you're just having a silly time and they don't need to go so fast.
Perfect. So that is 2. Oh, I got 4s for both.
Way, you got a 4?
Yeah.
2
on
4s.
Both. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Tell us about how this works. Tell us what it looks like as you're having a boogie.
So I'm imagining like Cape Bush with ring lights, like all that like kind of movement. All of a sudden there's more fabric just kind of flowing off their clothes than they really should have been, and their hair is like flowing in their wind, and they're having a full moment, and they're enjoying every second of it, like walking along the railing, and yeah, they really are just having a vibe, and they're humming Lute's song as they do so, and
very Kate Bush song.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like all this while saying, and with each sweep of their legs to the port side, which is the ship on the starboard side, or
the rivals are on your starboard side. Yeah.
They're on our starboard side. Perfect. So with each sweep of their leg to the starboard side, the wind is pushing back, and with our movements going up, our wind is going forward.
I love this. I think as you dance, Mepo, you see a glint. Who is on this crew, this rival crew? There is one pirate who has very much always been your particular rival. Can you tell us a bit about them?
My rival thinks that dancing is a waste of time. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy, and it's it's nothing valuable. It's nothing valuable, and you just need to be sturdy all the time. Feet perfectly grounded, which is weird because they're a pirate and they don't like spending time on land, but they're like so staunchly anti-dance, and I know it's because they can't dance, but they say they are the best dancer.
Oh, like, of course they say
their nickname is the Dancing Pirate.
The Dancing Pirate?
Yeah, but they can't even two-step, so...
I love this. What's their name, or are they literally just known as the Dancing Pirate?
Ooh, what's their name? Cape Bush.
Don't take.
No. Oh, no, I love my Cape. What name? What's a really annoying name? Mm. I'm gonna call him Fowler.
Fowler.
Fowler, yeah.
Fowler.
Hmm.
And is Fowler, what pronouns does Fowler use?
Fowler uses he, him
Mm-hmm.
pronouns, but also he only likes to be addressed by his title,
The dancing pirate.
the dancing pirate. Yeah, but nobody's ever seen him dance
Okay.
except for me. I saw him, and he's shit.
And it's you see that glint of sunlight and you realize that you can see they're close enough that you can see the shape of a very wide stance person, someone who's standing trying to be really wide stanced and grounded on a moving boat. So they are swaying slightly with one arm kind of like on their hip and one holding a spyglass watching you disapprovingly as you bust out all of your moves.
I'll blow them a kiss while I do that.
Yes. Roll heart.
Awesome. And that's just one for me. Oh no! That was a 1.
You blow them a kiss, and you see them like, I am being taunted, me, the dancing pirate. And you see them move away to go and probably do something to speed up the ship again. So, Meppo, your dance moves have helped. You are starting to catch up to them, but we're going to need more than just that because you've also provoked the dancing pirate. Would anyone else like to try and do something to help catch up with this other ship?
Yeah, I think so. I think I watch Meppo very carefully because I'm like, Meppo is the ideal pirate, so I'm constantly looking like, what should I be doing? What's Meppo doing? So I think when they start dancing, I do kind of go, or no, it's just okay. Yeah, no, right. This isn't a group activity. But then after that, I think, okay, I know I was told to pull ropes at some point. And so I think that I remember the particular rope that was pointed out at the time. And I think if I could roll swashbuckling to see if I managed to pull the right rope.
Pull a random rope? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Roll
Okay.
swashbuckling.
Amazing. I got a 3.
Okay, so this works, but there is like some slight hiccup that stops it from coming off perfectly. So tell me, like, how does pulling this rope go well for you? But what's the thing that's not quite what you were hoping to happen?
I pull. I think I grab the rope and a quick prayer out to anyone's listening. I'm like, okay. I pull the rope and the sails burst out into the wind, unfurled, flapping in the breeze, and I have a brief moment of haha when I realize I'm standing in entirely the wrong place and another very thick, heavy piece of rope smacks me across the head and I fall over.
Oh no! Oh no! Can you reduce your health from 4 to 3?
Okay.
For being
brief
smacked
moment
over.
of standing thinking, oh, I must look amazing, and then whack across the brain. Absolutely.
Lute, you definitely saw this. What did you think when you saw Wilhelmina get smacked by the rope?
I'm composing a ballad about Pompano now and the daring escape from death at the hands
This
of
hurts.
his feet.
This hurts more than the rope.
Pompano, make way, Pompano, it's time you knew that part of the pirate crew and you are free.
Okay, brain damage from rope, but that was just more hurtful.
Beautiful, perfect. Pompano, as this beautiful song is being drafted about you. You also had something I think you wanted to try and do. Please tell us about it.
I think after hearing Lute song, Pompano feels so emotional about this crew and about being brought on and accepted, and so really wants to try to help make the dream come true that we get the treasure first. And so I am going to use my animal-hearted skills to ask some of the dolphins that are no doubt around to distract the other ship by going and jumping and playing and being all around beautiful over in front of them, so they slow down to want to be able to see and watch the dolphins instead.
Beautiful. I will ask you to roll in just a moment, but I think first it's very important for us all to know what it sounds like to everybody else when Pompano shouts out to the dolphins.
That's beautiful song.
So that beautiful percussion note being added to the song of Pompano, you can roll heart plus magic when you ask animals to help you.
Yes. Just the highest one, right?
Just the highest one, yeah.
Okay, so a 3.
Okay, so similarly, it's gonna help. The dolphins are gonna do what you wanted and distract the other ship, but there'll be something that isn't quite what you were hoping, some kind of hiccup in the plan. So can you tell me what that was?
Yes. So the problem is that there is a crew member on the ship that Pompano desperately wants to avoid, because they are part of the bird royalty, and Pompano may have joined the pirate crew specifically to escape an arranged marriage situation.
You see these dolphins, they kind of back at you, and then they dive in their beautiful arcs over towards the yes, you salute them, beautiful, over towards the other boat, and they're just kind of like playing in the surf and making it a little bit difficult for the other ship to navigate. And as you're watching this with pride in your friends, what does the person up on the rigging looking back at you look like?
Very slender, very like thin, long limbs, wears a giant hat with just the largest feather plume, so obnoxious. The kind of vibe of like, I'm gonna pose wherever I am. And just, I look so good.
Massive slam on Wilhelmina out of nowhere.
Wilhelmina's catching stray ropes and stray comments today. Does this person maybe wear very, very long sleeves to cover up what their arms look like?
Really, really long sleeves. Like, you think it's just kind of that style of like pantaloon where it's like really big at the hips, but really it's like tail feathers are kind of stuffed in.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how birds always have huge thighs, but like really skinny like shins? Kind of like the proportion is very unusual.
Incredible. What is the bird royalty's name and pronouns, please?
It's Tomas, and it's they, he.
Tomas is, yes, they are posing up on the crow's nest appropriately. One leg up, so you can see that meaty thigh. Wind blowing those long sleeves which go right past their fingers, which I'm sure look normal.
Wait, what's the shoe situation like?
That's a great question. What is the shoe situation like, Meg?
Sandals.
Sandals with talons? Talons, like,
oh my god, like
over the end, like,
cliffhangers.
The difference is that Tomas has threatened the crew to pretend that that they're like a normal person. Whereas Pompano has just charmed everyone.
Yeah, Pompano is a normal person. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah,
normal human.
Pompano's a normal human person.
Yes.
Who appears at a varying level of heights, and we just shouldn't discuss it or query any further.
People change every day.
Okay, so I think that with that move, you are able to kind of draw neck and neck with the ship and start to pull ahead. Lute, what do you call out or sing out to them as you pass?
I think what happens first is that Lute hears the drifting melody of their bard school rival. concertina.
Satina.
Oh.
And she only uses pre-made sea shanties.
Oh.
Just that popular mainstream swill. She's it's just coming over the waves, and
That's disgusting.
I think I'm going to be sick. The artistry, where's the art? Where's the love, the inspiration?
She doesn't even write her own songs.
She doesn't even write her own songs.
Oh my
And her shirt's buttoned up.
There's no cleavage. That is the truest insult.
For a bard?
No, it's actually really pushed up.
It's under the chin.
Yes. Yes.
It's like a micro crop.
Yeah.
Like the opposite of bodice ripper, it's bodice over tightener.
Yes.
Yeah, with concertina. The hourglass is hourglassing. The sea shanty is sea shantying. But she's like on perfect key as well. Like so annoying. It's too perfect.
She's auto tuning herself. I was trying to think of a piratey way to say
She's auto tuning.
She has a
I've made
seashell
up
that
that
she
word.
talks through, and it just pitches
Yes,
her
her magic
vocals.
conch.
Yes.
And I think you just hear this, her going, "This one goes out to my bestie Loot." And then she's just like, "Soon may the Wellerman come." It's like so over, so last year. But there it is. And as with that truly insulting song drifting across you onto the breeze, I think this is a good time for us to take a quick break. We hope you have all been watching along so far. Thank you so much to everybody who has been donating, helping us to push ever closer to, we're so close I think now to that $1,500 goal, so let's keep going. And don't forget to enter ! Enter into the chat to also enter our free giveaway, and we will see you very shortly after a quick break. Bye for now, everyone.
Bye.
Yarr, we're back.
Arr.
Hello, everyone. Hope you enjoyed your break. We are here playing Sail the Oceans Queer to raise money for Trans Lifeline, a support line whose mission is to connect trans people to the community, support, and resources they need to survive and thrive. We are so close to our goal of $1,500. You all are doing amazing. I think we're only about $40 off. So keep donating, keep sharing the link. Remember, every donation of $5 enters you into the raffle for a huge suite of amazing prizes. And don't forget, you can also type !enter into the chat here on Twitch to be entered into our giveaway as well. We've got copies of all the games being played throughout the Streamathon, including 2 PDF copies of Sail the Oceans Queer to give away. So don't forget to enter that too. But let's get back to it. Our daring crew of the Rotten Plow have just overtaken their rival ship. And I think you all see the island you've been looking for ahead of you in the distance. You have made it. And while we just cover that last little bit of ocean towards the island, I have an important question about the rival ship. Meg, could you give me an adjective? Not yet. And Tendai, could you give me a noun in a second to name this rival ship? And Gask and Maeve, you all, I bet you can predict which questions I might be about to ask you. Okay, are we ready? Meg, can I have an adjective?
Dehydrated.
Dehydrated.
Decanter.
Dehydrated decanter. Behind the Rotten Plow, as you head forward, you look back at the dehydrated decanter, and Maeve, what is the flag that is flying limply in the wind?
Their flag, I think is it's an upturned bottle upturned with completely empty, and there's 2 thunderbolts coming in from the side, hitting the lip of the bottle, and underneath it there's a shark with big, muscly, beefy arms. And as I'm like climbing to my feet, kind of rubbing the side of my face, I thought maybe the rope hitting my face would like maybe give me a cool like black eye or like a scar or something, but it's just kind of hit the side of my face, and now my nose is kind of swelling up. So I see the flag and I'm like, oh god, that is so cool. It's incredible.
And Gask, what is the figurehead that is behind you on the front of
I mean,
the
I've
dehydrated
got to
decanter?
steal the big beefy shark, but it's like so big and beefy that it's kind of like on one side due to the big beefiness.
Okay, so the dehydrated decanter, actually, like the back of the ship is kind of always poking slightly out of the water, because of the beefy shark.
That's how they're growing faster, is because the front half is
It's like running into the wind.
And I think that as you are retreating away from it, Wilhelmina, as you're looking up thinking, damn, that's cool, you see that that figurehead start to like do chomping movements, like the shark is gonna chomp the back of your ship. And you notice a familiar face operating the mechanism that is making this chomping. Who do we see operating the beefy shark?
Her name is Regina Brindlesby Conroy II, and she was a Commodore in the Navy, and I went to her and I said, you know, I've become very disillusioned with the Navy. I think actually everything is bad and maybe I'm going to go super grim and start wearing lots of eye makeup. And she said, oh, that sounds really interesting. And then guess what? The next week, before I had even decided to make up my mind that maybe I was going to do it, suddenly she had decided she was going to be a pirate. And now she looks incredible. She looks absolutely fantastic. I have no idea how she's doing this. I can't do eye makeup. I constantly look like I have fallen face forward into a fireplace. She does this whole thing where it's smeared down her face. She looks amazing. She lights the ends of her hair on fire and it like smokes in the breeze. She looks fantastic. I tried that one time and I was bald the side of my head for 4 months. And now she's out here being this incredible pirate. They've written a book about her and I can't even get the bard on our ship to write anything about me.
Yes, Regina
And now
is
her
there.
ship has got a shark that bites on the front of it.
Every
sound like
time
you
the
made your
shark's
face with
mouth
that.
opens, you see Regina gleaming smile, her long braids with like smoking tips flying in the wind, and you spot just behind her there appears to be a sketch artist drawing how amazing she looks as she does this.
God damn it!
But you all are in
Luz,
danger.
play something really loud. Play some loud music, Luz.
You can't just rush on.
Right, no, of course. Sorry, I forgot. You're an artist. Yes, of course, I forgot. I pick up a load of kelp and I go, yummy. I start.
Oh, that's not the ones for eating.
Oh, what were these for?
I was gonna. Don't worry about it. Anyway, just don't eat those.
I've
ones.
swallowed quite a bit, so I feel like I'm gonna worry about it.
No, it's fine. Just don't eat anymore. Don't eat anymore.
Okay.
Crew, this shark figurehead, it looks badass, but it also, those teeth actually look pretty sharp, and they are starting to speed up again. There is a risk that you could get a chomp taken right out of your vessel if you don't do something to avoid this. Meppo or Pompano, do either of you have a thought?
You know Loot doesn't.
I didn't need to waste time asking if Loot or Wilhelmina have thoughts. I think we may have temporarily lost Tendai, so Meg, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah. Oh no. Let's see. Pompano wants to figure out a way that we could maybe like, how do we make this boat Tokyo Drift?
Great question.
How can we make that happen?
I love this. Some ways I could think of. You could do it through the steering. You could maybe ask some of your animal friends if you wanted to try and do it. What are we thinking?
Yeah, I think, yeah, what would probably be best if we're able to just slam the rudder a little bit, right? To like kind of get that sharp motion, right? Pulling the e-brake.
Yes. Okay. Oh, hang on. Are you gonna drop the anchor and do like a hand anchor turn?
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Yes. Tendai, my love, are you back?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
I can't see you. I don't know if our lovely audience can.
I'm not sure what's happening with my camera at the moment, but yeah, Meppo's gonna kind of pick up what is being put down, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, right." And they're going to help with the drifting, as in they're going to it's going to like spray as it does. So like you'd expect, like the smoke from the back tires, but it's just gonna like spray water towards like the other ship.
Okay. Amazing. Let's resolve this
Ruin
one
her
after
hair.
the
Ruin
other.
it.
So, Pompano, can you start with a swashbuckling roll for me?
Of course. I got a 4.
Hell yes! Okay. Tell me what it looks like as you do this kind of Tokyo drift in a boat with the anchor.
Yeah, I think I feel kind of bad for Wilhelmina right now because that person in the shark mouth does look very cool. So I think I signaled to Wilhelmina to like just lean on the oh my gosh, I should know this. To lean on the helm and to just make it like sharply go down while I drop the rudder. And then on accident, right? It's like, well, Nina, just pose so you look, and then you're just fall. You like fall over, which pulls it down really quickly, and then I pull.
I didn't know it
the anchor
turned.
down.
This is incredible, hugely inspiring. I've got something. Pompano. That's our sailor Pompano.
Yes! Second ballad of the day from Pompano.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm living. And I think that Wilhelmina, you see as the mouth opens again, as you're drifting, Regina, and you're pretty sure it's kind of hard to lip read from this distance, but you think you see her go, damn it, that looks so cool.
I definitely see it because I'm just like, locked on.
Meppo, tell us. So you're kind of spraying water. Is that the plan?
Yeah. So my plan is to spray the water, but they're gonna do this in a very, like, feeling inspired by the song. They're going to pull almost like in Hunchback of Notre Dame when Esmeralda was just like spinning on that spear. Essentially, but along the mast, they're gonna grab a rope and just kind of start swinging around. Still, Kate Bush like leaning into the wind, kind of like showing off, like, look how gracefully I can move. And as they stop, they're going to like lean back in the direction that we're going to kind of like be moving the ship.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're very much like taking the cue from Papano for sure.
Amazing. Are you using your magic here, or are you going for swashbuckling?
Ooh. I want to go swashbuckling.
Go for it. Give me that roll.
Because, yeah. Ooh. Okay, so I got a 4 and a 3. So
Okay, so we
4.
use the 4.
Yes.
So again, a perfect success with flying colors. Describe this for me, the effect of this spray of water you've created.
So it's going to be a very kind of jarring, almost like the proper like Tokyo drift. Like the front of the ship is going to like pause, and its back is going to like swing wildly, causing like this big wave that kind of like ripples back towards the other ship to kind of like slap them a bit more, kind of like that like leaning forward motion that their ship perpetually has going on. It's literally going to like dunk them just a bit more, nothing that will destroy them for long, but yeah.
Puts out the fire at the end of the hair.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it does. The water is splashed. That sketchbook is damp, and I think that you see Fowler, the dancing pirate, who has been standing cross-armed, really grounded, just like full forwards. You hear a really unnecessarily like ornamented cry of being overboard. As Thomas begins waving their sleeves and somehow takes off to try and find.
Can fly.
Tries to find where Fowler has fallen into the water, and in that chaos, you are able to pull away towards the island.
Teamwork that we all contributed to equally.
Hell yes. Let's skip forward. You have arrived at the island that was on your map. You have dropped anchor. You've gotten down from your boat. I'm pretty sure that's the word for getting off a boat. You've gotten down, just normal way. And Saida is just she's got a deck chair from somewhere, and she's just chilling on the beach, and she's like, oh, it feels so lovely to be on dry land. Oh, this is lovely. You all have done such an amazing job. You did so well back there. I am so proud of you all. I would love to help you find the treasure, but I think I just need a little bit of time. I'm still feeling a little bit not great.
Can I ask, Saida, and now I think that I know this, but there might be other people in the crew who don't know this, so you should explain again. What is the nature of your curse? And what we're looking for is the treasure that will...
Is it not uncouth to ask someone the nature of their curse?
Thank you, Lute. Yes.
Right. Yeah, yes.
I'm sure you've heard Lute being a scholar of the arts. I'm sure you've heard the many ballads
No
of
one's ever called me a scholar before, but yes.
No, yes. Well, I can tell. The time that I defeated the dread seahorse of the West, which our seahorse figurehead is inspired by.
Seahorse.
Yes, the seahorse of the West. Yes, and the dread sea jockey of the West did put this curse upon me, which does make it difficult to be on the water. But I just love piracy. I love piracy. So.
Hey, who doesn't? Because we are all excellent pirates.
We are, and you're doing so well. So I'm just gonna stay here. Just keep an eye on the ship. Make sure the meter doesn't run out. And if you could find the treasure, which will be somewhere on this island, I'm sure you'll do a great job. You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing, sweeties. Okay. And I think she just leans back and she's got some kelp that she's cut into little circles and she's going to place them over her eyes and just...
Amazing.
That was the eating kelp, though, wasn't it?
I think I did eat all of the other kelp that was not for eating, yeah. So, yeah. Well, luckily we have a lot of other provisions that I know are there because I did spend a lot of money on them. So they should be in the ship's quarters.
Yeah.
And I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be.
No.
Yeah, despite the fact we have been eating a lot of kelp. Do you feel like we've been eating a lot of kelp?
Well, kelp
There's
is
also
high
been
in...
sea grapes and sea beans and there's many types of seaweed, so it's not just kelp.
Right. Okay, I understand. I excuse my misplaced dubiousness. I was under the impression that we had just been consistently eating kelp, but in fact, we've actually been served a wide variety of seaweeds. Good to know. Yeah. Good to know. Princess's treasure!
Yes. I have the map, and Meppo's going to hunker down in the sand and just kind of put the map down, grab a couple of rocks and shells to kind of hold it flat and just kind of mark where we are and just kind of looking at that little kind of dotted line leading the way through. And yeah, so if we start here and go west, we should be able to and as they're going to kind of nod a little bit just to be that way, but very, very subtly, and say, yeah, if we go this way, we should be able to move at speed.
Speed, it's important.
Yes.
For moving on the dry land.
Yes, for moving on the dry land, and there's going to be a slightly shifty eye at the misshapen kind of pants and be is that going to be okay?
Yeah, just let me I think I hurt my leg, one of my two legs, when I fell into the
Yeah.
That is how you say it.
That's a normal way to say it, yeah.
When I fell into the water earlier, I think it hurt. And so I'm gonna grab a pair of crutches and then we'll be good. We'll be good to go.
Of course. Well, we can get one of the others to throw crutches down, and there's just gonna be some weird whistling that happens, and you're gonna crutches gonna fly off the ship, and
oh.
Yeah, hang on, Wilhelmina, could you just quickly roll me swashbuckling?
I knew it. I was why have I done this? I'm already on 3 health. Oh my god. Wait, what do I roll for? Okay, I got 2. Okay. Both 2s.
Yeah, no, they do smack you. So if you could just reduce your health by 1 again, that'd be great. Yeah.
A song's coming to me.
Half your HP is down.
Oh.
Okay, inspiration. I'm a captain. On a seahorse I ride, and I wanted dead or alive. Oh, crutches! That's great. Are we gonna go?
That was
Yeah,
catchy.
Beautiful.
That was catchy.
yeah.
Um,
Let's.
driven on by the beauty of that ballad. Let's do like a group roll, like all swashbuckler to see how well. We'll just each of you read out your highest result.
Okay.
We got a 4 from Luke. Yeah, Luke's so
Yeah,
good, such a good pirate. A 4 from
excellent
Pompano,
pirate.
a 3,
And
and
a
a
three.
3. Amazing. This
Ooh.
is a brilliant success. You will make your way with Meppo kind of leading the way with the map. Pompano very adeptly managing to use the crutches despite the sort of sandy ground beneath. Wilhelmina, you've recovered well from being smacked directly in the head, and you're just back to looking cool and dramatic. And Lute singing a song of everyone except Wilhelmina, bringing up the rear. You make your way to where's marked on the map, and you see the mouth of the cave. And this cave is dark, weirdly dark. Even though it's sunny outside, the cave is pitch black as soon as you look in, and you feel strongly this is where it's going to be. This is where the treasure is. And just as you think that to yourselves, you hear, "Ha ha! Thought you could get that treasure without any trouble from the dehydrated decanter, did you?"
Actually,
you
we were hoping
turn-
on it, yeah.
And there she is, Captain Verity Lagerda. They are standing with their hands on their hips. They have the knee-high pirate boots. They have the double-breasted coat blowing in the wind. They have a acorn hat, and they have big blonde ringlets, and they look smug as hell.
That's not fair. Our captain didn't come with us.
I'm
Yeah,
here
I
and
feel
I'm
like-
feeling fib, fat, and fun. Let's go. And she is going to indicate to the 4 crew members that you know who are behind her to just head into the cave in front of you and go to march right past you.
They're not even gonna
Ooh.
like try and fight us. We're that low in their esteem. They're just walking past us. That's brutal.
I'm gonna do a very like slightly shady thing. I'm going to like make a nice little shift to the side to try and like blow sand into their eyes to temporarily get them to pause so we can go in ahead.
Okay, amazing. I think we'll use your swashbuckling and magic skill to use this wind magic to interfere with them.
Awesome. So that's 3.
3. Okay,
Yeah.
so this works very well.
Oh,
There
sorry,
is-
no, I got a 4. No,
You got a 4?
I'll try and figure out how much to roll with my swashbuckling and my magic. It was 3d4, but I got 4s. 2 4s and 1 3.
Okay, so that's 4. So that's a flying colors success. So explain to me how you sneakily blow sand and what happens.
So they're going to do similar to what they did on the ship by stepping like to their right. Making that sweep is going to push the wind into their faces with just a little bit of sand. So they're like, oh no. And it's going to be a case of like, oh, there's something in my eye. And while they're kind of fussing over that, they're just going to like, kind of like push everyone ahead and be like, let's go.
Beautiful.
I think these people need to be stopped in their tracks. So so I see that happen and I think, they're distracted. And my hand goes to the hilt of my sword. And then it moves past the hilt of my sword and grabs my knitting needles. And I whip them out. And I shoot out this time. It's just straight yarn, but I want it to wrap around everybody's legs and all tie them together and then pull taut so everyone collapses to the ground. So they're tied up in beautiful cocoons of knitted goods.
Yes, beautiful. Roll me magic and hearts to see how well this
Okay.
comes off.
I have 4.
Yes. Okay.
Big money.
So exactly what you described happens. Do you want to embellish any further? Like, tell us what else happens here.
I think I just probably punctuate the action with a loud aha! And the yarn goes flying out from between the knitting needles, just instant cat's cradle between everyone's legs, and just pulling them all together, and then they all come crashing to the ground. And then I go, run.
Okay, so this is beautifully set up. The sand in the eyes is enough to distract them long enough for Wilhelmina to knit this kind of net around them, yank off their feet. As easily as crochet. What do you? And they are trapped in that knitted net.
Two families, both alike in dignity.
And you all have time to run into the cave.
Oh, I think I'm getting some inspiration from all this action. Yeah.
All right.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody shut up! Everybody shut up!
Mappo. There's our Mappo kicking up the sand.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, that's it for now. More's coming later.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Good.
It was beautiful. As you enter this cave,
right.
that song. That song is echoing around you as you enter this cave. It's like a loop pedal, which definitely exists, and it's just cycling around you. That beautiful round of Meppo's ballad. As you head deeper, although the mouth of the cave was dark, as you head in, you find that within the walls of this cave are crystals, which shine in all the different colors of the rainbow, illuminating and washing you all with this beautiful, soft colored light as you head down and down into this quiet, except for the beautiful sounds of Lute's voice, softly lit cave. And as you make your way down to the bottom of the cave, you find yourselves paddling into some water. And you realize, this cave is flooded. You can see more crystals illuminating the water from below. You can see it is very deep. And you can see that there is a bridge, but it's a wooden bridge, and the ropes have come untied on this end, perhaps just through over time, or perhaps Toothless Jim left this as a challenge. Somebody is going to have to swim over and get the other end of this bridge. To make it possible to cross. If only somebody could.
Well, obviously it's not going to be Pompano because they already had a very traumatic incident in the water today. Never asked that of you.
I would volunteer for this crew.
No.
I would do it. I would do it for you all, to show how much I've appreciated being part of your crew. So I will take you. You two did so good with those pirates. So this is the least that I can do. Gask, don't. I'm sorry.
I did mention Gask is also here.
A little bit. Yeah.
Hey guys, it's me, Gask, your other pirate member.
It was Gask who threw the crutches.
There's just been like a stagehand.
Yeah.
That's actually really helpful because I don't know how to swim.
Yeah. You can you don't want to submerge your you don't.
Yeah.
I got it. I got this. Oh. And then looking very clumsy, going the rest of the way into the water.
Yeah. Oh, is it hard to swim with two legs? I wish if only you had a body.
It's so much harder, and like basically in so few seconds, just over to the other side, and like starting to pull the bridge over, and it's like wow, swimming is so hard.
As you make your way back with the bridge, can you roll me swashbuckling just to see if there's any obstacles to you getting back over quickly?
Let's keep using my moon jelly dice.
Ooh.
Another 4.
Incredible. So you're gonna bring this bridge back. You're gonna see some friendly fish swimming through the water as you go. What do they look like, Meg? And do you have a chat with them as you swim?
Yeah, because they live in this like usually very dark cave. They're mostly translucent fish with kind of the white eyes because they don't use like vision, right? The traditional vision to see. But we just talk about the cave. I ask them like, "Oh, is the treasure actually still down there, or is this just a big waste of time?"
And the fish are like, treasure? Oh yeah, it's like that box that everyone tries to get to, but everyone always gets eaten by the big squid, but don't worry, he's asleep.
Oh, great. That's fine. I'm very good with squids. I just keep continuing to pull it back. And as I approach the other side, just like, oh, wow. I also, in the water, I saw signs of maybe a squid we
The
might
fish
have
are-
to deal with.
No, he's asleep. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay. We should be quiet, stay quiet.
Okay.
Or maybe if you know a lullaby, lute could also be good. And we just gotta keep going. The box is still there. Treasure box.
Okay.
Squid lullaby. I'll begin composing.
Yeah.
One last question. What does it sound like to everyone else when you're talking to the fish, Pompano?
It's the sound of like blowing bubbles through a straw, like into your beverage. A very normal sound that people can make without doing that.
Yeah, a normal sound that people make when they're swimming. Absolutely.
And for some reason, you see Pompano, who's always wearing high-necked things. You see that, like, as they're in the water, the shirt kind of puffs a little bit in and out.
Odd.
That probably doesn't mean
There's
anything.
Doesn't
Yeah.
strange.
Oh, yeah,
normal
there's gonna be strategic looking away, like, oh, those fish are really nice.
Crystal. That's nice.
Yeah, the crystals are great.
So, how's that lullaby going, Lute?
Don't rush, genius.
I apologize for throwing you off your groove. Meppo is going to be like, okay, we should move as
Keep
quietly
going. Get across
as
this
quietly
bridge.
as we can.
I think I nearly just made the sound Pompano makes speaking to fish as I was taking a sip of water on that line. All right, you all head over this bridge. You all head over this bridge deeper into the cave, and you find yourself in a room which has it just has like a blank wall ahead of you in this cave, and carved into it it says, what is the truest treasure?
I think as I read that, and I'm standing there in this dark cave with my crewmates, I look over to Pompano, who is always so eager to help and support everyone and expressing their gratitude and the joy they take in their presence on the ship. And I look at Meppo, who, despite being, I would say 10 times the pirate I am, but 10 times 0 is 0. So just a much better pirate than I'll ever be, but has never made me feel lesser or has always tried to help me. And I look at Lute and I think, they're gonna write a song about me someday. And in that moment, I just think back to all our rivals who are now working together. And I wonder to myself, do they like each other? Do they look like they're enjoying their time on that ship together? And I don't know that to be true. Are they propelled by a sense of being in a crew and working together, or is it purely, their own accomplishment and self-gain? And I think I look at that carving on the wall and I step forward and I say, friendship.
Oh, roll heart for me, Wilhelmina.
Okay.
Do you need the lullaby now? What are we doing? Why is there a box here?
Two. Okay. This is I'm going to take the reins here and tell you what happens here when you roll this 2, which is that the stone door actually cracks open a little and starts to part, and you think, I've done it. I've done it. As it opens out, and you see the next chamber. You see this chamber. It is flooded, but in the center there is a podium upon which is a classic wooden piratical treasure chest. There is a hole in the top of the cave here, of this cavern, and there is sunlight shining down, just beautifully illuminating it. And you see this just for a moment before you hear the rumbling. And Pompano, you hear a shout, a bubbly shout from a fish saying, "Oh, he woke up!"
That lullaby would be so good right now.
Okay, you got it. Hang on. Oh, like now?
Yeah, like now.
Okay. Nothing's gonna harm you, not while we're around. Nothing's gonna harm you, no squid, not while we're around. Pirates are prowling everywhere nowadays, but nothing's gonna harm you, no squid, not while we're around.
Roll me heart plus magic, please. Luke, that was so beautiful.
You got it. Oh, wait. Oh. Heart plus magic. Okay, so that's heart. And then magic. 3.
Okay. So, the squid, you see a gigantic sort of squid head kind of like surface above the water. You see those little squiddy eyes looking at you. And you hear a strange bubbly noise, or 3 of you do. Pompano, you hear, "Oh, that was lovely. Oh, I feel a bit sleepy now." You have succeeded in calming down this squid, but it was a 3. So what's the little hiccup, Gask, that's not quite what you were hoping for out of this?
Someone else falls asleep. I don't know. Did the rest of us fall asleep? That was the first thing I thought of. Just
I know what it is. Okay. That's it. Someone else falls asleep. So the squid goes, "Oh, that was lovely." And then you hear splash, 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 as 5 people who were rappelling down from the hole in the top of the cavern get a bit sleepy, lose their grip on a rope, and all of your rivals and Captain Verity splash into the water.
And this was my complication.
Yes, win, honestly.
They splash into the water right next to that podium with the treasure chest on it. And the splash of the water wakens them up, and they have a moment of, the treasure!
Meppo is going to, run on their head, literally just kind of, dance over their heads to get to that podium as fast
run
as
over there. Using
yeah,
their
literally, stepping on them. Exactly. They're like, no, you're not doing this. You are not getting this.
Yes, roll me swashbuckling.
I got a 3 and a 2, so that's a 3.
Okay, so you are going to run off their heads successfully towards this treasure chest. Why does it not go perfectly to plan?
It doesn't go perfectly to plan because as soon as I step on the top of Fowler's head, because they are so ungraceful, their head kind of moves in a really bizarre manner. And I just kind of reach for the end of the podium, and I don't step onto it properly, but I'm hanging on now. And they're trying to pull me into the water.
Okay. So you will see Meppo with Fowler just trying to use Meppo to keep them up. They're holding on to Meppo. Meppo is holding on to the podium. Pompano, you hear, "Oh, come on, guys, I'm trying to sleep in here." The rest of you just hear bubbly noises. And I think we're going to need you all to help Meppo somehow to get to this treasure first.
I want to call for crabs
You said I'm sorry.
I want to call for crabs.
I love when you say that like it's the name of a spell or something.
That's something, yeah. It's
Yeah,
not
on
a
my
mechanic.
character sheet
I'm
here,
going to call to crabs.
Yeah, I'm using my 5th level spell.
Yeah, it's kind of like a 5-foot radius.
Call for crabs. Yeah.
It's every crab within 100-foot radius.
Oh my god.
I would like their assistance to let's see. I want their assistance to go for the chest because Pampano wants to leave the squid alone. And so I think the most effective way is if we try to move the fight out of this chamber. And so I'm going to ask all my crab friends to come up, swarm the chest, and take it off the podium and like bring it over to like where we are so we can like start leading out the back the way we came.
Okay, I love this. You can use your animal heart for this, of course. So roll heart plus magic.
Wonderful. And that's going to be... Oh my gosh, I got one of each, so that's a 4.
Yes! You call for crabs, and the crabs answer the call. They are going to swarm down exactly as you described, scoop up the treasure chest, and carry it, I think, back over all your rivals' heads.
Yeah, they're also going over there.
Yeah, which again distracts Fowler long enough, I think, that Meppo, you get free of their grasp. Of his grasp, and the crabs will bring the treasure chest over to the 4 of you. And who is it who opens the treasure chest?
I mean,
Gotta be Meppo, our main pirate.
I don't know, Wilhelmina, do you jump in there?
I thought Wilhelmina would.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm having a very warm moment of teamwork and friendship and crew memberness. But you do say that, and I do think that would be very. Yeah, actually, I will. Yeah, okay. all right, I'll do it. Yeah. It's okay.
Wilhelmina, spurred on by the power of friendship, you open this
By
chest.
the power of friendship, I will do what I want to do first.
Perfect. And inside you find a scroll.
I can't read.
I'm done. I'm dead.
Fine, the crabs can read.
Yeah, this like you're just gonna like hear like whispering into your ear, like just kind of just.
And
like
I will tell you what Meppo is whispering to you. Meppo,
Great,
I will
thank
tell you what you
I
are
had
reading
someone to do
aloud.
that for me, so okay.
I'm your teleprompter. You got it.
There is a note here in a scrawling piratical hand which says, "Arr, ye have journeyed far and proven yourselves noble of heart. Know now the greatest treasure is the friends we made along the way." And Pompano, you hear that bubbly voice again say, "Don't forget to read the back."
Oh, hey, there's something on the back.
Oh, okay.
You flip the scroll?
More whispering.
"Also the fabulous gems I buried here. And another map."
And another map! Okay. Off to get the actual treasure.
Well, I guess this is just where he kept his notes to himself, or his
Maps.
This is just his scroll treasure chest. This is where he kept the scrolls, where he talked about metaphorical treasure as opposed to actual literal treasure. Well, I suppose he did talk about both. So, woo! Okay.
It's a nice chest. We can take the chest back too.
Yeah,
Good.
we might as well. Okay. Can the crabs help with the chest?
Yeah. Well, how about I get... Okay, let's do this. I seem to have lost my crutches, and so Papato will sit in the chest for the crabs to bring back.
Oh yes,
Beautiful.
yes. Love it.
Perfect.
And I think as you are making your way back up, you hear a squawking noise behind you. And Tomaz just kind of like flies over your head. Captain Verity says, I have a photographic memory and I saw the back of that scroll. Let's go. Runs
this is
past
just
you.
what happened. Our captain told us this is what happened to her, and now it's happened to us.
Fowler is running too, tripping occasionally because he's just not that good on his feet. Regina is running, and those braids are just flowing out so
Oh, she looks
beautifully
incredible.
behind her.
Oh my god, if the braids have beads, they're gonna smack you in the face.
Oh yeah, quickly, roll me swashbuckling, real quick, please, Wilhelmina.
Sorry.
Oh no.
3.
3. Okay.
Bad?
You managed to dodge most of the beads. Just one clonks you, but you're not going to lose a health. And you have a chance here if you want to grab that bead and pull it off and just ruin her perfect.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, one of her braids is less perfect now, slightly.
Oh.
Get her.
Good, excellent. This is all part of my master plan. This is only step 1. It's a 42-step process. It's going to be fantastic.
And as your rivals run ahead to the dehydrated decanter, you just hear echoing down the cave. Bye, bitch.
Did we lose? Sorry, just the way that Wilhelmina was opening that chest and was like the rest of us, I just couldn't help but be inspired. I heard there was a secret chest that she had opened and left the rest, 'cause you don't really care for teamwork, do ya?
Oh my god.
Like this, the 4th, the 5th, the crutches fall and the rigging lifts and it's cold and it's a broken Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina, Wilhelmina, Wilhelmina.
Oh
Like,
my
Yes!
And with that, we will say goodbye to the crew of the Rotten Plough as they continue their adventures. Thank you so much, crew. You have been incredible. And thank you, beautiful, beautiful audience, for coming with us on this game show and for smashing through our $1,500 target. That's right, we did it. You all are amazing. So much money being raised for Trans Lifeline to help bring trans people the community support and resources they need to not just survive, but thrive. Thank you so much. Don't forget that every $5 donation gets you an enter into the raffle. Don't forget that you can type !enter to enter the giveaway for all of the games being played on this Streamathon as well. I also just want to take a moment to say that Trans Lifeline are doing incredible work. If you are like me, based in the UK, and you are anyone under the trans umbrella, there are also some amazing organizations over here doing fantastic work. I want to shout out Switchboard, a support line which is open every day for all queer people across the whole queer umbrella. They're a support line to chat about absolutely anything you are going through or want to chat about with other like-minded queer people to get support. And I also want to shout Gendered Intelligence, who have a support line staffed entirely by trans people, specifically for people who are attempting to access gender healthcare, who are on waiting lists for gender healthcare, or who are family and friends and supporting trans people accessing gender healthcare. So that is another amazing organization that over on this side of the pond is there for you, our lovely trans siblings, if you need support. But thank you so much, everyone, for being here to financially support Trans Lifeline. You're doing amazing. And now let's one last time go around this beautiful table of beautiful pirates, and please introduce yourself again and tell our lovely audience where to find you and your stuff. Let's start again with Gask.
Hello, I have been your friendly neighborhood Gaskinator here today, singing songs, being silly. You can find me at, oh god, Am I places? Have I been places? You can find me at Gaskinator and Blue Sky, I guess. I'm going to probably start streaming soon, but I want to get a second monitor for myself. But I've done a few tests and it seems like it's going to be a fun time. I guarantee that I'll probably be singing on those too.
And having heard your dulcet tones, that will be a
Oh, yeah.
genuine gift for everyone. Let's go to Maeve.
Hi, my name is Maeve de Bruin. I am a writer and an actor for Page Stage Audio and Screen. You can find me at maevedebruin.org, more work about me, and then also on Blue Sky at Maeve de Bruin. That's MEABHDEBRUN, because it's Irish, so there's a lot of consonants in there.
I mean, at least it's not the DHBH. You were
Yes.
spared.
Sparing the crowds of that, yeah.
Let's go next to Tendai.
Hi, Tendai. I played the resident happy to help pirate Mepo, and you can find me at GeekGeekT on pretty much all social media because I can't be arsed thinking of a new username. But yeah, I love TTRPGs. I love doing things for my community, and thank you all so much for your support.
Thank you. And our beautiful, definitely normal human, Meg.
Hello, I'm Meg. I play a lot of not human persons for TTRPGs, and if you want to know more, you can find me on Blue Sky at TSPOFNUTMEG, teaspoon of nutmeg, or over on Instagram at Jedi Master Meg.
And I have been and remain Michelle Kelly. I am an actor, voice actor, TTRPG performer. Look at that. And sometimes I GM too now. You can find me on social media, Blue Sky and Instagram and those kind of guys, at Michellecopter. And I'm also a member of staff at Euphoria, a AP studio dedicated to uplifting the diversity of TTRPG talent in the UK and Europe. Thank you all so much once again for joining all of us for this stream. But remember, the Streamathon is not over. There are still 2 more games. We're going to raise even more money and play even more amazing stories. So tune in at, let me check my notes for the times, 4 p.m. CDT, which is 10 p.m. BST, for Sentai and Sensibility. Get ready for What If Power Rangers, but Regency, and also pirate vibes. It sounds like a perfect chaser for this stream. So make sure to tune in for that. And thank you again so much. And bye for now. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.